Hello, welcome to the Rio Gaming Nexus YouTube channel. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.
Marvel Zombies Part 5. The weight of the void. The silence felt like the loudest sound in the universe, echoing through the Benatar. Aboard the ship, the usual hum of life support and the faint whir of the navigation computer seemed like weak whispers against the overwhelming emptiness where a family used to be. Peter Quill, our favorite Star-Lord, sat in the pilot seat, helmet off, staring blankly into the abyss. The co-pilot chair beside him felt like a gaping wound, a painful reminder of Drax's absence, and that familiar, earthy scent of sap and moss that always clung to Groot. It was finally, truly gone, leaving a hollow ache in Peter's heart. Rocket was hunched over his console, the same one that had played the final, horrifying message. He hadn't moved in what felt like an eternity. His small frame rigid eyes glued to the star chart Iron Ghoul had blasted across the screen. It pulsed ominously, showing a venomous, impossible path leading out of reality itself. Run it. Again, Peter finally croaked, his voice barely above a whisper, dry and cracked like the desert. For the 10th time, Quill? It ain't gonna change, Rocket snapped, his gaze still fixed on the screen, refusing to meet Peter's eyes. It's a map, it's real, and they're on their way. He jabbed a claw at the screen, frustration bubbling over. The World Forge. He wasn't just after a meal, he was after the whole damn kitchen. What does it matter? Peter slumped back in his seat, the fire that once burned brightly within him reduced to cold ash. They're gone. Rocket, they're all gone. We failed. Gamora. He choked on her name, the word catching in his throat like broken glass. The memories flooded back, the image of her final, desperate stand. The Green Warrior swallowed by a tide of the dead as the Cortex doors buckled. They had to leave her. They had to leave them all. So that's it? Rocket spun around in his chair, his eyes red-rimmed, blazing with a terrible grief. We just float out here until we run out of fuel? Until we run out of air? That's how it ends? Groot turns himself into a frickin' star, and for what? So Week and I sat in a tin can? He did it so we could live. Peter roared, slamming his fist on the dashboard. The sound reverberated in the quiet, a harsh reminder of the tension crackling in the air. And for what? To go pick another fight we can't win? To get ourselves killed? There's nothing left to save. There's everything left to save, you idiot. Rocket shrieked, his voice cracking with emotion. They're not just going to some planet. The World Forge. The birthplace of gods. Do you have any idea what they'll do with that power? This hunger. It won't stop with a galaxy. It'll eat the whole of creation. Every world, every timeline, everything that is or ever was will be them. That's what Groot died to stop. Peter stared at the tiny, furious creature before him, his heart aching. He saw the tears welling in Rocket's eyes, the profound agony of a being who had lost the only family he had ever known. In that moment, he felt his own despair mirrored back at him, but in Rocket, it was forged into a weapon. Groot didn't die for them to survive. He died to give the universe a chance. Slowly, Peter straightened up, the exhaustion still weighing him down like a lead weight on his soul. But deep within, a single hard spark of resolve ignited. Okay, he said softly, determination creeping into his voice. Okay, Rocket, what's the play? A flicker of relief crossed Rocket's face, his eyes lighting up with the flicker of hope. He turned back to the star chart, tapping the screen with urgency. We can't follow them. That path ain't on any map we got. It's somewhere else. But the message mentioned a celestial's neural pathways. This map isn't just space. It's dimensional. He magnified the chart's origin point, eyes narrowing. Noah's jump didn't just throw them into the void. It punched a hole. A hole they went through, Peter finished, his mind starting to work again, the gears turning slowly but surely. So we can't follow, but we can send a warning. Warn who? The Nova Corps? They'll be sending committee reports while the universe gets eaten. Rocket coughed, disbelief etched across his furry face. No, we need someone who understands the stakes, someone who's been around long enough to know what the World Forge actually means. Peter looked out the cockpit window at the endless tapestry of stars, each one a distant memory of battles fought and friends lost. He thought of the ancient beings they had crossed paths with, the cosmic forces that treated galaxies like trinkets. There was only one being who fit the description, an observer, a witness to every crisis, every birth and death of a star. There's a guy, Peter said, a grim smile touching his lips for the first time in what felt like an eternity. He lives on the moon. Rocket's ears perked up, curiosity igniting in his eyes. Earth's moon? Yeah, Peter confirmed, his hands moving across the controls, purpose renewed. He plotted a course for the Sol system, for the quiet, cratered rock he'd left behind so long ago. He's a bit of a peeping Tom, but he sees everything, if we can get his attention. Maybe, just maybe, he'll know who can stop them. The Benatar banked, leaving the empty patch of space where Noah had once been. The ship was quiet, its halls haunted by echoes of laughter and camaraderie that felt like a lifetime ago. But for the first time since the end, it had a destination. It was a long shot, probably suicide, but it was all they had left, and it was enough. As they hurtled through the void, Peter felt the weight of the universe pressing down on him. Memories of laughter and love mixed with the sharp sting of loss. He thought about how they had once been a family, fighting against the odds, standing together against the darkness. The thought of Gamora's smile and Groot's gentle spirit fueled his resolve. They couldn't let that sacrifice be in vain. Rocket, Peter said, his voice steadying. We're not just going to warn them. We're going to find a way to stop this. We owe it to Groot. We owe it to everyone. Rocket nodded, a fierce determination burning in his eyes. Damn right we do. Let's show them what we're made of. With a shared sense of purpose, they pushed forward into the unknown, ready to face whatever awaited them in the depths of the cosmos. The stars twinkled outside like distant promises, each one a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope could still shine through. Together they would fight, together they would rise, and together they would make sure that the weight of the void didn't crush them. I hope you enjoyed this story video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay safe out there.